welcome back to my channel. Today is a super exciting time for me because it is story time, my favorite time of the month. And today is super special because I'll be sharing my journey. A couple of my clients had asked me that what did I do to improve my language or how was my journey, and I feel that not just those people, you guys also deserve to know what went on behind the scenes. Now let's get set go. Let's understand what's my secret spice. What did I do? The journey started much earlier in my life. Let's go back to the kindergarten days. I was around 5 and my school had organized a fancy dress competition. Quite creative, my school people. They had organized this and I had picked to be a television. So I had this whole structure of television made of thermocol. It had buttons and the branding of LG. Super cute. I'll try to find the picture and put it somewhere here. I was a television and I had to give a speech as if a TV was speaking. I had prepared a speech, I had practiced, I was all set. I went on the stage. And the first thing I saw was a huge crowd in front of me. So the parents were invited, the other kids, all the students of various classes were there. So there was a huge crowd. All I could see was a sea of heads. I was surprised. In my 5 years of existence, I had never seen such a big crowd in front of me. I'd always been among the crowd. It was quite a new feeling. But I was all set, so I took the mic. I decided to put it inside the television because otherwise I would have to scream if it were outside the television. So I have put it and held the mic here with me and I start speaking. I say, "Good morning everyone, I am the television," or whatever my line was down the same line, and I stopped. I did not say anything after that. A couple of things happened. First thing, that I heard the echo of my voice. So probably two reasons. One reason was that the TV structure, it echoed. I heard my voice once. And the second reason, because of the speakers in the courtyard so that all the guests could hear, my voice echoed. That was a new feeling for me. I had never heard my voice being repeated so many times. So I wasn't sure what to say next. But the second thing also happened. I forgot my lines. My mind went blank. I didn't know what to say. What's a TV? I'd forgotten everything. If you would ask me my name, I wouldn't have said a single word. There were a few moments of silence. Just pin drop silence. Nobody said anything. My heart was beating so fast I could hear it. My throat was dry. And I just had these hundreds of people looking at me, in fact staring at me at this point, and I didn't know what to do next. I tried to look for my grandparents. You know how when something embarrassing is happening to us, we try to look for our loved ones, that are they witnessing it or are they distracted or doing something else, doing their thing. So I was looking for them, but I couldn't find them because tiny human being, right? I could only see the first row of people. So I was like, okay, I need to chill out. I looked at my teacher, my class teacher. And first of all, kindergarten class teachers, amazing, best teachers ever. On a side note, they deserve a special prize because they deal with these little kids and they are calm, quiet, composed all the time. Kudos. But let's come back to the story. So yes, I looked at my class teacher and she nodded. She gave a really assuring look and she mouthed something. I have no clue what she mouthed till date. So I guess she said that start again or say sorry. I don't know what it was. I did not have great lip reading or communication skills back then. But I just stay there a couple of seconds and then I say thank you. And I turn left, leave the stage. As soon as I get off the stage, I have tears rolling down my face and I'm like, God, what did I do? How can I forget? I'd practiced. What happened? Then I just sit there. I watch the other kids give their performance. And in my head, I'm thinking, why aren't they making any mistake? Why aren't they crying like I am? How are they speaking so well? What did I do wrong? I was just beating myself for it. And then my class teacher, the sweet human that she was, she said, don't worry. You always have next year, right? Next year you can participate. For me, it was heartbreaking. I was quite competitive. Maybe I still am, but I felt upset that I blew my chances to win that competition. And it was probably the first kind of competition that I could be good at whenever there was something related to drawing and writing. I absolutely sucked at it. So, this was the one thing that I was supposed to win, but I didn't. It still haunts me. That day is probably the most embarrassing moment of my life, and I've put it on the internet. God help me. I was upset. My class teacher's words echoed in my head. You always have next year. You can try that next year. And oh wow, the sweet turn the next year took for me, it changed the trajectory of my entire life. That one incident on the stage, it shaped me entirely as a person, who I am right now. So I think that was needed. It was a much needed embarrassing moment for me to face. But yeah, then came the next year. Again, a fancy dress competition. This time, I was a sun. I wore a yellow dress with that sun cardboard structure on my head. I was all set. This time, I'm not gonna let myself down. This time, I'm gonna be the best performer on the stage, and nobody can change that. So I went up on the stage. I had practiced my lines multiple times. I had given that speech to my neighbors, my grandparents, anybody who would listen in front of the mirror. I was all set. And when I went on the stage, a similar feeling, a very familiar feeling. I saw the same crowd, the same teachers. My heart was pounding in my chest. I was worried. Everything was same, except for me. I was confident. I knew it. I'm not making that same mistake this time. So, I started my speech. Started with confidence and my over-the-top hand gestures, which I still carry with me, so there's that. After that speech ended, I was content, I was satisfied. And guess what? I won that competition. Wow, what an ego boost that was. So after kindergarten, I think as I grew up, along with the studies, these competitions were happening, speeches, debates, everything was going well. I was winning, I was losing, I was growing, everything was perfect, exactly the way I wanted. Then something happened in middle school. My school had organized this inter-school basketball competition, and I went to the teacher in charge requesting her that, ma'am, could you take my audition? I want to anchor in this amazing event, because it was this inter-school competition, right? So I would have students from different schools, I'd have a new audience, a good opportunity for me. So I went to that teacher, asked for an audition, and she said something which really pissed me off. She said, she could have lied. She could have just taken the fake audition and rejected me, but she didn't. She was being honest. She said, I can't pick you because the senior teachers, they have given somebody else's name and I need to take that person. You don't have a chance here. I was upset. I was like, at least take my audition. Give me a fair chance. She said her hands are tied. She cannot do anything. I was livid. And in my form of beggar's revenge, I just stayed quiet in her class. I did not answer any of her questions. I don't know what harm it would do to her. My brain worked like that in middle school, so I just remained quiet, gave her these intense looks as much as I could. I was really upset. I was like, you're my teacher. Those teachers don't know me. They've never heard me. So why would they give me the chance? But you could have stood up for me. You could have recommended my name. At least they could have taken an audition. I was just upset. I was livid. But over time, I realized it's not her fault. It's not the fault of the senior teachers, because they haven't heard me. Until they do, they would never realize what they're missing out on. So from that day onwards, I made sure that there wasn't a single opportunity that I was missing. I was ready to take up anything and everything. Even the opportunities that the other kids were rejecting, I was all up for it. The biggest example for that is that we had this dual anchoring thing. So along with English, we were also supposed to anchor or host in Hindi. The thing is, I don't know if it happened in your school days or not, but during my school days, there was this aversion towards Hindi. All the kids who were ready to anchor in English, they were like, oh my god, my Hindi sucks. My pronunciation is so bad, it's too tough, I can't do it. I was like, more for me. So I got double the exposure. I had more opportunities, more competition. That's how it went. I got through high school. And now, the senior teachers who didn't know my name now call me by name for any event that they were in charge of. Slowly and steadily, this is the favorite part about my school, that they stopped spoon feeding. They gave us the chance to write our own content, bring in our personal flair, and that was the most interesting part for me because that's where I got to discover myself as a writer, as a public speaker, my leadership, my creativity. Everything was just improving day by day. Of course, studies help because there's always this general bias that if you're a topper or if you're great in your studies, you automatically get a lot of opportunities that other students don't. But that's the thing, straight A's don't build your personality, they just get you good grades on paper. It was pretty smooth after that. I got the chance to be the class representative, to be the literary secretary in my high school, the final year, and that shaped the entire path for me, that what I'll be doing in college, how my professional career would be. Everything was exactly the way it was supposed to be. So it was dominoes kept at the perfect places in the perfect time. Every piece was hit exactly the way it was supposed to be, and that brought me to this place. So I really hope that you take the main lesson out of this story. Anytime and every time you want something, you don't wait for it to fall on your lap. You work for it. You just grab any opportunity that comes your way, and trust me, nobody can take away what is rightfully yours. So the journey was overall exciting, fun. I shed tears, I was happy, I had happy tears and sad tears. It was just life changing. That one competition, I do feel that when I was the son, that was the best I ever spoke. And you'll just have to take my word for it because I don't have the recording. But it just overall made my life into this amazing adventure that I'll get to do the thing that I love the most, and it would challenge me, it would make me better. That's what I wish for everyone, to have a journey where you enjoy every moment of it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. If you're watching it in the beginning of the day, have a great day. If you're watching it at the end of the day, have a great year. Bye bye.